Good morning, 6th class. Hope you all are well. So today we are going to start our very first chapter of unit 2nd, that is chapter number 5, fractions. So you all are well aware of fractions. What are fractions? A fraction is a number that represents a part of a whole. किसी भी चीज के पार्ट को, एक पूरी चीज के पार्ट को, a whole quantity के पार्ट को क्या बोलते हैं? फ्रैक्शन. द होल में बी अ सिंगल ऑब्जेक्ट और ए ग्रुप ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स. होल क्या हो सकता है? अ ग्रुप ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट को भी होल बोल सकते हैं एंड अ सिंगल ऑब्जेक्ट को भी होल थिंग हम बोल सकते हैं. अ फ्रैक्शन इज ए नंबर ऑफ फॉर्म ए ओवर बी, ऑल नो वेरी वेल, and where a is called numerator and b is called denominator. Here one circle, example of one circle is given. A circle is taken as the whole one thing and its 4 parts are done here. One part is shaded and total parts are 4. Total parts are always written in the denominator. So it is showing as 1 over 4, fraction 1 over 4. Here 2 parts are shaded. It is showing fraction 2 over 4. 3 are shaded. It is 3 over 4. 4 are shaded. Total 4 parts are shaded. So it is the whole quantity or whole thing that is shaded. So answer is 1. So next is type of fraction which we are going to discuss in this is our type of fractions. Proper fraction, a fraction in which numerator is less than denominator. All know there are two main parts of fraction, numerator and denominator. In which numerator is less than denominator will be called as proper fraction. You have to learn all these definition: proper fraction, improper fraction, mixed fraction, like and unlike, for the exam also. And equivalent fractions. Here are the equivalent fraction also. You have to learn these definitions. First let us understand proper fraction is when numerator is less than denominator. Here are some example: 3 is less than 7, 5 is less than 7, 33 is less than 74, 166 is less than 298. Again in the improper fractions, in which it is the reverse of proper fraction. Improper is the reverse of proper fraction. Improper fractions are where numerator is greater than denominator. Where numerator is greater than denominator. You can see in all the examples numerator n is greater than d. Next is mixed fractions, a fraction which consists of a whole thing, whole number and a proper fraction combined together. In simple words, the fraction which is given in the form of QRD, it is mixture of 3 things: Q, quotient, remainder and divisor, which is in the form of QRD will be called as the mixed fraction. Also in the improper fraction one thing is left, 7 over 7, which is same if n is greater than d and if n is equal to d. अगर n और d equal हैं तब भी वो क्या है? improper fraction. If n is greater than d, also it is a improper fraction. For example, 5 over 5 is improper fraction, 6 over 6 is improper fraction. Next is, let us come to like and unlike fractions. In this type of fractions, we may be given 2 or 3 fractions. When the denominators are same, when the denominators of all 2 or 3 fractions are same, we can say all are like fractions. No matter what is the numerator. Numerator को ध्यान में नहीं रखना है, किसको रखना है? Denominator को. So when the denominators are same, we will call them like fraction, and unlike when the denominators are not same. Take an example of unlike fraction. Fractions with different denominator. When the denominators are not same, they will be called as unlike fractions. So here are the example of unlike: 2 over 13. In any fraction, denominators are not same. So these all will be called as unlike fractions. Next is equivalent fractions. 2 or more fractions are said to be equivalent when fraction have same value. जब फ्रैक्शन की वैल्यू सेम आ जाए, फॉर एग्जाम्पल 2 over 4, 4 over 8, 6 over 12 आर इक्वलेंट फ्रैक्शन. वाई? बिकॉज व्हेन वी रिड्यूस इट टू लोएस्ट फॉर्म, जब इसको कैंसिल करेंगे कॉमन टेबल पे, रिड्यूस इट टू लोएस्ट फॉर्म, ऑल विल बी इक्वल टू 1 over 2, 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12, all will be equal to 1 over 2, 1 over 2, 1 over 2. So these all will be called as equivalent fractions. So let us come to the exercise 5.1. You have to do the fill in the blanks on the book only. 2 over 6 is dash fraction. Here numerator is less than denominator. So you will write here 2 over 6 is proper fraction. Next 4 over 4. N is equal to D. Numerator is equal to denominator. Then you will write it. This is an improper fraction. Next is in the form of QRD. So you will write it as mixed fraction. The value of this and this. Minus 2 is divided by minus 2. So what you will get? When the same number are being divided, then answer will always be 1. Minus cancelled with minus and 2 is cancelled with 2. So answer will be 1. 2 over 5 and 7 over 5 are, both the denominators are equal. So 2 over 5 and 7 over 5 will be called as like fraction. Next is 13 over 2 is, here numerator is greater than denominator. So it will be a improper fraction. Next is 2 over 3 and 3 over 2. Here denominators are not equal. Two fractions are given and denominators are not equal. So you will write it as these are unlike fractions. Next is from the following fractions, separate improper and proper fractions. Again, I have written here for you, proper fractions are when n is less than d. So here I have written the fractions where numerator is less than denominator. In the improper fraction, n is greater than d or n is equal to d. So here it is written for you. All these fractions you can find it out easily. Next is change mixed fraction. Third question is change mixed fraction into improper fraction. So mixed fractions are given. How you can change into improper? Improper are where denominator is greater and numerator is greater and denominator is less. So you can expand mixed fraction by using this formula, q multiply d plus r over d. Q is 2 multiply 4 is divisor plus remainder is 3. In this method, you have to first multiply. According to board mass rule, you have to first multiply the terms. Then you can add the remainder. You cannot add first and then multiply. That will be wrong. Okay. So next, similarly, you can solve all the parts of this and change the mixed fraction into improper fractions. Next is change improper fraction into mixed fraction. This question is the reverse of the third question. So how you will be converting improper fraction into mixed fraction? For mixed fraction, you need QRD form. So when you will get QRD, quotient, remainder and divisor. If you will divide both the terms, both the numerator and denominator, you will get Q, R and D as well. So here I have divided this. 100 is divided by 9. So quotient is 11, remainder is 1 and 9 is divisor. So after dividing, you can write it in the form of QRD. So your improper fraction is being changed into mixed fraction.